This is Godzilla's world. We just live in it.
Damn right.
Come on, dude. We gotta get this review in. Can't get a hold of him at all. It's Godzilla!
Oh, just kidding, it's me, guys.
It's just Leo. It's all good.
What's up, everybody? Woo! Go ahead and take this suit off.
Yeah, maybe I'll handle the intro on this one. What's up, everybody? This is Leo / Godzilla and Stu here for Geekly Goods. And this week we got a review of Godzilla coming up. Okay, well this might take a...
Might want to zip
You
it
need
down.
some help with the
real
zipper.
quick.
Okay, we'll get you with
Yep,
the
yep.
zipper. And there we go.
Ah! What's
there's
up, everybody? Woo! Here for Geekly Goods, y'all, to talk about Godzilla. Oh my goodness,
Wow.
that is a smoking hot suit.
Yeah, that didn't... You look like a little sweaty there. Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit, but man.
All right, well, let's dive in.
Yeah, you know, this movie was built to be a monster mashing,
Yeah.
monster crashing, city wrecking movie. I
Kaiju.
needed a lot more of that.
Yeah.
Like, look, we got
Dude.
about 5 or 6 kaiju in this movie.
Right.
You know, in various different shots, different scenes, and showing some destruction, a lot from others, but we just didn't get enough, I feel.
Yeah.
I feel like there was a great intention to bring this kind of King of Monsters trope back into the series, but there wasn't that much monsters.
Yeah, so
Like-
I will say there's a lot more than the first one.
Yes,
So
now
if
they
you-
did improve on
Yeah,
that in
if you remember
2014.
the first one, there's a lot of shadowy glimpses, you know, Godzilla going through the smoke, you see his tail or you see his eye.
Shadows
one,
and
this one they really like kind of lean in and they do show you all the monsters.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Up front and close.
But you're right, they don't actually bring it in. They do this weird thing, and we're just gonna jump right to the end. There's really no spoilers here, guys, because let's see. Oh, monsters fight monsters.
Yep.
Right.
Godzilla's going to beat all of them.
Oh yeah.
Per usual.
I think it's in the title.
Yep. King of Monsters.
The humans are super terrible and don't do anything to either help or hurt
Or
them.
nothing.
Really.
And you know that's what's funny is like the humans are always an accessory to the story. They're
Yes.
never really these big characters. They're just kind of there. They're templates.
Right.
But
And
here
in this one,
it felt
they tried to push the humans.
yeah.
It's first of all, I
Too
think
far.
it's hilarious that we're calling them humans.
Right? Like we're not.
Yeah. So they try to push the characters really to the forefront, which is fine if they did it right. And I shouldn't say right. If they did it well.
Yeah, because if you did it a little bit more in the style of the first Pacific Rim,
Yeah.
where you have a better story, good characters, not one notes, a lot of one note characters here. Cannot think of the guy's name to save my life. Tywin Lannister, though.
Oh yeah.
Man,
Seriously.
I think he has 2 or 3 lines the whole movie.
And he doesn't do anything.
Nothing. I mean, he's an accessory.
He's supposed to be this like elite corporal from the British like special services that are like totally is a badass.
Yeah.
And they use the word eco-terrorist quite a bit.
I think like a couple times a scene at least.
He never actually like. I guess he kind of frees Ghidorah, but it's really not him.
Yeah, it's not really him, and the I can't think of the lady's name to save my life, but the female lead from the first one returns again, and it seems that she's the main antagonist of sorts.
Which is,
and it's
look again, a cool idea.
yeah, great flip, but
really poorly done.
yeah.
They kind of act as if we have this like huge knowledge of the lore,
Mm-hmm.
and it's one of those things where it's like, I don't care. Like I really don't care about that person. I don't care what their intentions are. I don't care if they're good or bad.
man.
I just want to see monsters fight.
Godzilla is what I came to Godzilla, King of Monsters for. That's what I
100%.
came to that movie for. And this is almost like a remake of King Ghidorah and when he first comes and first touches down on Earth. And it's like we see that and we get a good glimpse of that, and then
Yeah.
you'll be in a shot of Godzilla and Ghidorah fighting, and then it slowly ascends a helicopter right into the shot,
And
then that
this is not
becomes the frame.
This isn't
Like,
a joke.
No.
Like, this is an actual thing that happens in the movie. The
monsters get shafted.
dope there's always a dope, awesome shot of the monsters, and then someone gets in the way of the camera. It's almost like it's like they kind of messed up accidentally.
Right.
Like, no, get the helicopter. Well, too late.
Well, just let it go.
Yeah,
let it go, man. It already took off.
It's too expensive. We can't go back. Godzilla won't reset to his mark. It's not gonna work. I don't know.
Not to mention, how many cutaways do we need of Kyle Chandler reacting? Like it was like every other time.
I also loved that everyone who worked with these kaiju and the monsters had the same exact reaction anytime they saw one. Yeah, they're wow. And it's like, didn't you just said you've been working with this thing for like 10 years.
Right, and it's like, why is this a spectacle all of a sudden?
Yeah, like those people aren't the ones I'm expecting to be. They've seen like King Kong, Godzilla, Ghidorah.
They act like
Rodan,
it's a big surprise when they see more of them.
Yeah, they're like, wow. Like, what have you been? Have you just been not researching these things at all? Anyway.
Well, speaking on the research part of it, there's like one woman in the movie, and of course it's an Asian woman, who is the walking encyclopedia of names. Yeah. I want to say they turn to this woman at least 5 times. All right, what is this one called? King Ghidora. And then like, I'm like, how do you know?
Yeah.
All right, the text translates into, oh, it's Rodan. Oh, it's
like,
this
what
person.
Talking
like,
about
what?
Text?
Right. I'm like,
what text? What like historical book has?
Oh man.
Like, oh yeah, no, there were all these really big monsters, and these are all.
Pop it open.
Yeah. She had like the little black book of monsters.
Literally.
She's like, yeah, no, this is his address. This is the email. If you want to call him at home, it's this one. But the cell, that's how you get a hold of him on nights. It's like, how do you know that about like Mothra?
Right.
I don't know. Anyway.
Like, how can you? That part was a little bit weird, and then to transition a little bit, the lore in this Monsterverse is just pumped through the roof, and I feel like they didn't do that much in King Kong. Like you get a little, you get a sprinkle of it.
Yeah, they did the thing. There's that really cool shot where it's like all the bones hanging from the ceiling,
that was
and
dope.
You're looking at one way, you're like, what is that? And then it shifts, and it's Kong.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa, that's really cool. This one, sorry, again, we're just going to spoilers. They even literally dive deep into the lost city of Atlantis. And I'm not kidding. They go to Atlantis, and there are huge murals of Godzilla. And you're just like, okay, so you're trying to tell me that every ancient civilization has known about these, and for some reason, maybe the Dark Ages, I don't know,
somehow
everybody forgot that there was this like 100-story giant lizard that breathes blue fire.
It's like how can you forget about that?
Yeah,
and your ancestors.
Dragons, forget dragons. Like this isn't even. That's not a myth.
That's Titan, bro. Like this is a colossal size being. Wouldn't you pass that down and for generations on generations talking about these Titans that were seemingly worshipped almost?
Oh, totally.
It seemed to be. I mean, they were almost like deities to these people,
which
and they
makes
just phased out.
If I was a caveman or even like an ancient Roman,
I'd be like,
yep, like this guy.
Look, man, I'm not trying to cause any trouble.
Like, here's some fruit as an offering. I don't know if that's what you're into.
Right.
Like whatever.
But with that, they kind of take away the purpose of Godzilla a little bit. And
that's really diverge from the classic story.
In the classic, of course, as you guys know, I'm sure, he's created from atomic waste, from atomic bomb testing and use and things of that nature, and he's created as a consequence of all that. That's why he destroys Japan in the initial series, and this kind of throws all that away. It makes him this symbol of hope, almost.
Yeah.
And while he was in King Ghidorah, which was the first movie he actually started helping people, it still takes away from that initial character of Godzilla.
Well, yeah, it's like a cautionary tale.
Yeah.
And it's this cool overarching idea, even though the movies were super low tech and, basically a guy in a rubber suit, like smashing a city that's miniature. But the overarching theme was that, hey, our actions have consequences. And
here it is.
If you set off these huge, like world scale bombs, you're going to get something that comes back at you. Now with this one, it's more like, well, they've been sleeping for a long time, and somehow we're waking them up. And it's like, I guess climate change is kind of what they're talking about.
A little, but
it's a little climate change, a little overpopulation, a little war thing. Yeah. It's just muddy.
And it's not really clearly told.
No.
Like it's a little hard to understand, and it's also just not as. The lore is just too much, to be honest. Like the original is so simple in that it's It's a monster coming out of the ocean, destroying cities. Here we've got, you know, this kind of Aztec-themed civilization from a prior life that worshipped him, and he's coming back and he's meant to fight King Ghidorah because it's happened before, destiny, things of that nature, and all these random tropes they're introducing into Godzilla that just don't need to be there.
The other thing that kind of, they don't complete the myth, right?
No.
So they do this thing with like, oh, they fought before and it's an epic thing and they've been rivals forever, and you're like,
It's like, okay, what happened?
yeah, you're like, wait a second. How did they go to sleep, and how did they go underground and into the oceans, and like,
How did Ghidorah leave? How did he come back?
So
what happened?
Did Godzilla beat him? Because it doesn't look like it. I don't know, there was a lot of that follow through with it.
Yeah, a lot of setup and no follow through.
Yeah, and maybe tie that into the story, if there was a story.
I mean, there's really not one. And you know, I would be okay with that if there wasn't so much human stuff, man.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
Millie Bobby Brown, I'm sorry, she's got some time to grow. She's young, but man, she's super one note. She acted exactly like 11. I thought I was in Stranger Things, every scene she was in. Like, it would cut away from a battle of like Godzilla, Ghidorah, or one of the other monsters, you know, maybe Mothra and Rodan. It would cut away from all that to go back to Millie Bobby Brown.
Literally like
screaming
in a room with
yeah, we're
everything shaking
shaking,
around her.
and it's like, that's definitely 11. Copy paste.
And this is, this is nitpicky and honestly like not very nice of me.
Totally get it.
But like, somebody needs to give that girl a haircut. Like,
I mean, she had one in season 1 of Stranger Things, but it just...
It really looked like she walked off the Stranger Things set, popped over to Godzilla, and like was splitting time between the two. And it's like, I need, for somebody who's that iconic, and she is iconic.
Absolutely.
And as 11, she's fantastic. I need a little bit of differentiation to make it not the obvious like parallel there.
Yeah.
And she's young. She's a talented actress. She's definitely going to be a huge star in the years to come. I just would have liked to see it a little different.
And maybe this movie isn't a great example of her range. I mean, you know,
You don't think Godzilla is like the theatrical, the dramatic, like, it doesn't give you the...
It's exactly what we needed, man. I mean, come on. But I think in a movie, maybe even a drama,
I'd love to see her,
or a romance, or something later on, or something like that, where she can flex her wings a little bit and
not be tied
use
to
a range.
sci-fi.
Yeah, not be tied to the same type of role.
Yeah, I'd hate to see her get, for someone as talented as her, I'd hate to see her get typecast into the same role over and over and over again. And this is what it starts to look like it might be heading that way.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah, again, she's got plenty of time. She's going to be great. I'd like to see her make a little more daring decision.
Yeah. I mean, if she's in something like a This Is Us or some kind of show or big movie that's just completely different, I think we'll see a different side.
Yeah.
And we'll see her talent really come out.
Now, that being said, I just want to talk a little bit about the script and the overall acting.
Seemed like an 8-year-old wrote the script and directed the movie.
It was an interesting thing, though, because we talked about this a little bit right after, where we couldn't decide if they were being intentionally cheesy or just it was that bad that it went there automatically.
Yeah, I have no clue.
There was, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, it's 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and it's like, if you're gonna go there, go all in. Godzilla's the perfect movie to do that with. Nobody's gonna say, hey, wait a second, Godzilla has a great pedigree of fine dramatic script writing and acting. Like, no, it's cool.
Just strip it down and don't even try to go all the way with the acting, with the characters, the story. Look, shelve them. None of us care. All we want is the monsters,
really
man.
don't.
And I will say, that is the one part that this movie truly delivered on. It was the monster design, the battles, the attacks. I mean, Godzilla's atomic breath looked the best it's ever looked in ages. Ghidorah's lightning looked phenomenal. Rodan's flying in the coming out of the volcano.
Mothra was actually one of the coolest.
Mothra was phenomenal.
It was gorgeous.
The wings and the giant wingspan that looked
really
beautiful.
Cool.
And what was cool,
really?
Yeah, cinematically it was beautiful, and they matched a great soundtrack to that moment. I mean, the music on that moment was heavenly and majestic, and it really represented Mothra, who is a protagonist of these movies.
Yeah. The one thing on the music that I was missing a little bit, and this is total fan service, so it's just me. I wanted
classic theme.
I wanted the classic theme.
Me too.
Well, they did do it in the credits,
Yeah,
which is really cool.
I would have liked that in the movie, though. Just once, one cut.
And you know, we were missing one of the monsters through the whole movie.
Who did we miss?
Oh, it's the really famous one King Kong.
Well, yeah. We got one back shot of King Kong, and that was it.
I get they're saving it, but I want, like, let's go. He's pretty cool.
My theory is where they're going is they showed us Kong in his adolescence, and they showed us Kong still growing, but then they're gonna give us this next movie, and he's had 20-30 years to get much bigger.
I hope so.
And he'll be Godzilla size, hopefully.
If he's not, Godzilla's a lot bigger than him.
Yeah, and I actually read an interview with one of the, I don't think he was a director for Godzilla or Kong, but I think he's a producer for one of the films, but I was reading what he had to say about that, and he was saying, you know, Kong might not be as big as Godzilla, but he's resourceful. He can lift things.
He's
fast. He's small. He's smart.
Yeah,
he can really use more resources than Godzilla.
It'd be cool to see a brains versus brawn kaiju battle. So
that'd be awesome.
I am excited for this general world, the Monsterverse, if you will. I think they're doing a pretty good job. I mean, the monsters. If you stick to the monsters, it's awesome.
Literally,
it's the best.
That's all we need, man. Yeah. Final thoughts on this?
You know, we always do a score, so I'm gonna say a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
And I think I'm being pretty kind.
You're being very kind.
Because by the end it was so bad it was good, and I was like, I was just laughing and enjoying it, which objectively I shouldn't have been. But you can't. How can you not have a good time watching King Ghidorah and Godzilla face off?
Phenomenal.
It's great. The lines are super corny. There's a drinking game to be had here. Every time a helicopter goes down, take a drink. Like there's a lot of. I know. It's enjoyable, but do not take this seriously.
No, just don't. And let's look at these human characters like you do in other Godzilla movies. There's just so much involvement with them. I'm gonna go 5 out of 10 just because they are involved so hard. And they tried to emphasize on the story and the character just a little too much. Come on, man. We need those people back that are like, oh my goodness, it's Godzilla, run! Like, we need that back. We don't care about everybody else.
Surprisingly, there was no callback to that.
Nothing. Not one.
Give the people what they want.
But guys, let us know what you thought about Godzilla. If you're going to see it, have you seen it? And what you think about it, because we wanted some more monsters.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more. But see you guys next time on Geekly Goods. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow Geekly Goods on all social media platforms, and grab something from our store. We take $1 of every purchase and donate it to arts education to keep arts in the classrooms. We'll see you next time.